The final stand. The bridge of a starship Resolute hummed with energy as Admiral Marcus Kane surveyed the scene before him. The last volley of antimatter missiles had hit their mark, turning the enemy's stronghold into a smoldering ruin. For years, humanity had fought against the relentless alien force known as the Zarkon. Now, with their last stronghold in ruins, victory seemed within reach. Status report, Kane barked, his voice echoing through the bridge. All enemy forces have been neutralized, Admiral, replied Lieutenant Sarah Lennox, her fingers dancing over the console. No signs of resistance remaining. Kane allowed himself a rare smile. Excellent. Begin mop-up operations. Ensure no survivors. As the crew moved to carry out his orders, a sudden voice crackled through the comm system, sending chills down Kane's spine. It was a Zarkon voice, speaking in perfect English. You may have destroyed our stronghold, but you have not won. The cycle will begin in you, and your victory will be short-lived. The voice faded into static, leaving an eerie silence in its wake. Kane's smile vanished, replaced by a frown. What the hell was that? Unknown, sir, Lennox replied, her face pale. But we have a more immediate problem. The star at the center of this system is going supernova. Kane's eyes widened. All ships, prepare for immediate retreat. Get us out of here. The Resolute's engines roared to life as the fleet scrambled to escape the dying star. As they passed the gas giant Jupiter, Kane noticed it had turned an unnatural shade of purple, its surface flickering as if it were desynchronizing from reality itself. Admiral, we're detecting massive fluctuations in the space-time continuum, Lennox reported. It's affecting the entire system. Kane's mind raced. Set course for the nearest jump point. We need to get clear of this anomaly. As the fleet sped towards safety, the star behind them exploded in a cataclysmic burst of light and energy. The shockwave rippled through space, distorting everything in its path. Just as they reached the jump point, the Resolute's systems went haywire. Jump coordinates locked in. Engaging now, Lennox shouted. In an instant, the fleet was hurled through hyperspace, leaving the collapsing system behind. When they emerged on the other side, Kane breathed a sigh of relief. They had escaped the destruction, but the mysterious message from the Zarkon still echoed in his mind. Set course for Earth, he ordered. We need to report this to High Command and prepare for the next phase. The war may not be over yet. As the fleet sailed through the vast expanse of space, Kane couldn't shake the feeling that the Zarkon were hiding something that could change the course of the war, and he was determined to uncover the truth, no matter the cost. Echoes of the past. Upon returning to Earth, Admiral Kane stood before the High Command, a stern assembly of humanity's greatest military minds. He recounted the events of the final battle, the mysterious message, and the escape from the supernova. General Rebecca Hayes, the head of High Command, leaned forward. This message concerns me. The Zarkon have never shown the ability to communicate in our language, let alone understand our culture. We need to investigate. I agree, Kane said, but we also need to be prepared for the possibility that this is a trap. The Zarkon are known for their cunning and deception. Indeed, Hayes replied. We'll dispatch a reconnaissance team to the former Zarkon stronghold. In the meantime, I want you to prepare the fleet for any eventuality. As Kane left the meeting, his mind was already racing with plans. The Zarkon had been humanity's greatest enemy for as long as he could remember. They were ruthless, relentless, and highly adaptive, but now it seemed they were also desperate. Back on the Resolute, Kane gathered his senior officers. We're going back to the Zarkon system. I want full recon on the area. If there's anything left, I want to know about it. The fleet jumped back to the site of their recent victory. As they approached the remnants of the Zarkon stronghold, Kane noticed something strange. The space around the area was distorted, as if reality itself were being warped. Scan the area, Kane ordered. Lennox's fingers flew over the console. Admiral, I'm detecting an anomaly. It's a wormhole. But it's unstable. Kane's eyes narrowed. Can we get closer? Negative, sir. The instability could tear us apart. Kane considered his options. Launch a probe. Let's see what's on the other side. The probe was launched into the wormhole, sending back data in real time. What it revealed was astonishing. "Sir, the probe is picking up readings from another galaxy," Lennox reported. "There are structures, signs of civilization. This could be the Zarkon homeworld." Kane's heart pounded. "Prepare a scout team. We need to explore this." As the scout team prepared to enter the wormhole, Kane couldn't help but feel a mix of excitement and dread. They were on the brink of discovering the Zarkon's greatest secret, but the risks were immense. "Proceed with caution," he advised the team, "and may luck be on your side." As the scout ship disappeared into the wormhole, Kane watched intently, knowing that the fate of humanity might hinge on what they found on the other side. The Zarkon homeworld. The scout ship emerged from the wormhole into a galaxy unlike any they had ever seen. Massive structures floated in space, connected by energy beams, and surrounded by swarms of smaller ships. It was a breathtaking sight, but also a daunting one. "This is incredible," Captain Elena Vasquez, leader of the scout team, marveled. "We found their homeworld." "Stay alert," Kane's voice crackled over the comm. "Gather as much intel as you can and return safely." As the scout ship maneuvered through the alien structures, they picked up strange signals. It was a mix of Zarkon language and something else, something familiar. "Captain, we're receiving a transmission. It's in English," said Lieutenant Harris, the ship's communications officer. "Patch it through," Vasquez ordered. The transmission crackled to life, revealing a Zarkon figure. "Greetings, humans. I am Calico, leader of the Zarkon resistance. We have been expecting you." Vasquez was taken aback. "Resistance? Against your own kind?" "Yes," Calico replied. "Not all Zarkon are in favor of this war. Many of us believe in coexistence. We have been fighting a civil war against the warlords who seek to conquer and destroy." "Why should we trust you?" Vasquez asked. "Because we share a common enemy," Calico said. "The warlords are planning something catastrophic, something that could threaten not just your galaxy, but ours as well." Vasquez considered this. "What do you propose?" "An alliance," Calico replied. "Together we can stop the warlords and bring peace to both our peoples." Vasquez relayed the information back to Kane, who listened intently. "This could be the breakthrough we need," he said, "but we must proceed with caution." As the scout team continued their mission, they gathered vital intel on the Zarkon warlords' plans. It was a race against time to prevent a catastrophe that could span galaxies. Alliance of necessity back on Earth, Kane presented the findings to High Command. The idea of an alliance with the Zarkon was met with skepticism and concern, but the threat of a greater enemy forced their hand. "We have no choice," General Hayes said. "If the Zarkon warlords succeed, it could mean the end of everything." Kane nodded. "I'll lead the negotiations. We need to ensure that this alliance is genuine and that we can trust Calico." Negotiations were tense, but ultimately successful. Calico and his resistance pledged their support, and a joint task force was formed to take on the warlords. As the combined human-Zarkon fleet prepared for battle, Kane felt a renewed sense of hope. For the first time in years, there was a chance for peace. The final battle. The battle against the warlords was fierce and unrelenting. The combined forces of humanity and the Zarkon resistance fought with everything they had. The warlords' ships were formidable, but the Alliance's determination proved stronger. Kane's strategy was to strike at the heart of the warlords' fleet, targeting their command ship. It was a risky move, but it paid off. With the command ship destroyed, the warlords' forces fell into disarray. Calico's voice echoed over the comm. "We have victory. The warlords are defeated." Cheers erupted across the fleet. Kane allowed himself a moment of triumph. They had done it. The war was over. New beginnings. With the warlords defeated, the path to peace was clear. Kellicoe and his people worked alongside humanity to rebuild what had been destroyed. Trust was not easily earned, but over time, cooperation and understanding grew. Kane was appointed as the head of the new Intergalactic Council, a governing body designed to maintain peace and foster cooperation between species. It was a daunting task, but one he embraced with determination. As the years passed, the alliance flourished. New technologies were developed, cultures were shared, and a new era of prosperity began. Kane often reflected on the journey that had brought them here, from the brink of annihilation to a future filled with hope. The legacy of unity. Decades later, Admiral Marcus Kane stood before a monument dedicated to the heroes of the war. It bore the names of those who had sacrificed everything for peace. He felt a deep sense of pride and gratitude. "We did it," he whispered. "We proved that unity is stronger than division." Beside him stood Kellicoe, now a respected leader in the Intergalactic Council. "Indeed, my friend, our peoples have come a long way." As they looked out over the bustling city, filled with humans and Zarkan living and working together, Kane knew that their legacy would endure. They had forged a new path, one built on trust, cooperation, and the unwavering belief that even in the darkest of times, hope could shine through. The never-ending battle had given way to a never-ending story of unity and peace, and it was a story that would continue to inspire generations to come.